Everyone knows that the more popular a series is in the manga industry, the more likely it's going to get a anime adaptation. And today we're going to talk about the guy she was interested in wasn't a guy at all, specifically known as the Green Yuri series. The problem with the Green Yuri series getting an anime adaptation that was just announced is about the music that that Sumiko Sensei uses in incorporating real music, real artists, real bands, incorporating that into her series. But if she were to use the same artist in the anime adaptation, it does come with copyright infringement, since they are licensed songs. While they're able to get the licensing rights for the CD or the comic soundtrack on CD, as well as the vinyl, this does not apply for the anime without extra contracting, as anime is a different form of media. All the music put on the CD and the vinyls are done with artists that are under the UMG label, UMG being United Music Group. And for those who aren't, there are two that aren't, is Red Hot Chili Peppers as well as Collective Soul. Their songs have been licensed for worldwide distribution under UMG or one of their subsidiaries distribution divisions that are United Music Publishing Group. However, the problem comes is that Sony is, if I'm pronouncing it right, Kadokawa's largest shareholder at 10%, and UMG is not a part of the Sony Corporation. And so UMG can decline to share the rights to the artist's music for any reason. We've seen it done with TikTok recently, where there was a period of time where UMG retracted all of their artists' musics from the app, and until TikTok negotiated with UMG regarding the licensing and the compensation for the artists involved, then the music went through for users on the app. So if UMG declines this deal, if a deal were to strike up, all the music in the series would actually have to be substituted for fictional artists, and I feel like that would take away from the core of the series. If you take a look at the current marketing for the Green Yuri series, Sumiko Sensei actually uses Spotify links linked to real songs, and so if she were to take that away, the core of the fandom I feel like it would fizzle out, because that is a large part of their marketing. We actually see a glimpse of this with the first physical volume of the series, where Mitsuki's Nirvana sweatshirt is actually replaced with a fictional one. Now I can't really read it, but you can tell it's not the original Nirvana one. It's like a indistinguishable one. Due to licensing, I doubt that they were able to get the official Nirvana team under for their case. But this isn't to say that the series can't go on without substitutions taking place. It's just that if it is to go with fictional bands, it wouldn't do the original plot justice, since so much emphasis was put into incorporating the real music with the fans. People on Twitter have even pointed out this fact with their memes, putting on regarding the licensing music. They would put like off-brand brands into animations, as well as someone saying that if they were to obtain the licensings, all the budget would go into compensating the artists, and that would take away from the actual animation of the series. An interesting point that I want to put out is that a user at Neko Alistair VT on Twitter said that they very much doubt that they'll get all the bands, and it would actually be much better if they were able to create an original score for the series. And that's because getting the licensings for the music would be hard to keep around on streaming sites, especially Crunchyroll. If the anime were to go to another competitor, since Crunchyroll is owned by Sony, then the contracts would be a lot more difficult to handle, since music companies more likely want to protect their copyright. Another fact that I just kind of briefly mentioned is that Crunchyroll might be the one taking on the project as it is under Sony, but the thing about Crunchyroll is that it is not known to be a well-rounded kind of company. It's more likely known to be more of a monopoly on the anime industry, as it has taken over multiple companies under their subsidiaries. And Japanese manga publishers have gone out and stated their disapproval of how Crunchyroll manages their merchandising rights, and the voice actors that have worked with Crunchyroll, have put out their disappointment of how the company refused to have any possibility of unionizing. This isn't to say that casting non-union voice actors are bad, but to ignore the elephant in the room comes off as cheap, especially since Crunchyroll is known to be a highly popular streaming site. So with this in mind, you guys kind of get a sense of what Sony brings to the table, and so it'll be much easier for them to distribute the anime or to create the anime with make-believe bands rather than to go through UMG, because they might have their own way of dealing with things and they might not agree, especially since they are two very big companies regarding the licensing and the compensation, as well as if they have enough budget to even go through the paying all the artists involved, since I believe there was like around 5 to 7 songs on the playlist. I'm not saying that it can't be done without referencing the original artists or the voice actors that have been involved in the previous audio, but they are just potential red flags I see coming towards the upcoming series. And I really do hope that the anime does meet our expectations. These are just some facts or it's just some of my opinions I want to throw out there to see if anyone is feeling the same way. With that, I am finished with the video, but I do have some updates with you. So as you can tell, between my last video and this video, I do have a different background. I did move. I will be fixing up my room very soon, but unfortunately the old room is no longer gonna be used as my studio. But other than that, I do want to mention that a month after I finished publishing my latest video, in my promotions inbox on my email, I get an email from Kinokuniya saying that they're marketing or that they're selling the Green Yuri merchandise with the Tower Records collab that I mentioned in my last video. And I found that so funny because I feel like I was the only one that talked about how they were not promoting it, especially online, how they didn't have any online stock. And after I posted my video, they're like, oh, we have online stock now. And also in this email, we have the gift card, the membership card, and you can buy the physical volumes too. I was like, yo, run me my check, bro. Kinokuniya, where you at? Like, I did that. I don't know who's watching my videos, but I'm pretty sure one of you guys is part of the marketing team, and you guys noticed that you guys weren't marketing, and I just spread the news about that, you know? But since this is an unsponsored video with Kinokuniya, I do just want to say and promote them one last time, as this is my last video on the Green Yuri series. I do want to branch out more. They have released the English second volume of the Green Yuri series, so you do they do come with a exclusive keychain, so please do buy from the site itself, the Kinokuniya online store, if you can't go to their physical stores. And please do not buy from Mercari. I already posted a video, that's my very first video that I posted about Green Yuri, how people on Mercari just overpricing, and I don't feel like that's very healthy for people who just want to buy merch from the series. So please buy from official sites and not from Mercari, as it is very much cheaper. And as always, goodbye. Love you.